started as an effort by a charismatic preacher to build a new society, but it ended, of course, with the tragic deaths of more than 900 people.
A dream of hope turned into a horrifying nightmare, claiming the lives of over 900 people in a remote village. The tragedy of Jonestown is haunting because it taps into basic human needs, belonging, purpose, and hope. Over 900 people, families, and children believed they were building a utopia in the jungle. But on November 18, 1978, that dream turned into the largest mass murder-suicide in U.S. history. How did it come to this? Let's explore the events that made it possible. It all began with Jim Jones, a man of immense charisma and ambition. Born in Indiana in 1931, Jones was an odd child fascinated by religion and death. His passion for social justice seemed genuine in the beginning. He championed racial integration at a time when segregation was the norm. In the 1950s, Jones founded the People's Temple, combining evangelical Christianity with socialist ideals. To his followers, he was more than a preacher. He was a savior offering a path to equality and enlightenment. But the seeds of control were already there. Jones demanded loyalty, positioning himself as a godlike figure. As the movement grew, so did Jones's paranoia and ambition. By the 1970s, the People's Temple had thousands of members, many of whom were educated, socially conscious individuals. Contrary to stereotypes, these weren't naive people. They were seekers of justice, purpose, and community. Jones promised all of that. The temple provided free meals, healthcare, and a sense of belonging. It was a lifeline for the marginalized, particularly African Americans, during a time of deep racial division. Yet this dream came with strings attached. Members were required to renounce their families and possessions, dedicating everything to the cause. Over time, Jones's grip tightened. Public beatings, loyalty tests, and staged miracles became the norm. Followers were manipulated, not coerced into staying. It was like being caught in a spider's web, impossible to see clearly until it was too late. By 1974, Jones's vision of utopia had shifted from the US to Guyana. He purchased land in the jungle and named it Jonestown. This remote commune was supposed to be a sanctuary free from racism and persecution, but isolation turned it into a prison. Members worked long hours in grueling conditions. Armed guards patrolled the perimeter, and Jones's sermons, blasted over loudspeakers, became increasingly erratic. White nights or mass suicide drills began as tests of loyalty. Cyanide was stockpiled. Jones told his followers the outside world was out to destroy them, reinforcing their dependency on him. By 1978, reports of abuse in Jonestown prompted Congressman Leo Ryan to visit Guyana with journalists and concerned relatives. While the commune initially seemed idyllic, cracks soon showed as some members begged to leave. As Ryan's group departed, they were ambushed at an airport, leaving Ryan and 4 others dead. Back at Jonestown, Jim Jones declared it was time for revolutionary suicide. Cyanide-laced punch was given, starting with children. Mothers fed it to their babies before drinking it themselves, while others were forced. Over 900 people, including nearly 300 children, perished, leaving a haunting scene for authorities the next day. The tragedy of Jonestown is so haunting because it could have been prevented. Why did so many smart, caring people follow one man? The answer lies in cult psychology. Jim Jones didn't just lead, he reshaped his followers' reality, preying on their vulnerabilities and offering answers to their struggles. Once isolated, they became trapped in fear and dependence. This wasn't blind obedience, it was careful manipulation. Jones used love, hope, and fear to create an atmosphere where questioning him felt impossible. What can Jonestown teach us about the power of belief and the dangers of blind trust? Let us know in the comments below, and if you found this exploration meaningful, share it with people who might too, and let's keep the conversation going. Also, like and subscribe for more interesting stories.